Well, hello. Thank you for signing up for a workshop at Pineapple Press and Design. Just wanted to welcome you and give you a little heads up of what's happening so you can get situated for the day right quickly. So this is Vermont Avenue. My address is 1827 Vermont Avenue. Maps has not yet figured me out quite right, so it might take you behind the building, but you want to be on Vermont Avenue. Parking is on the street here. You can see behind me, that is Manhattan's, if you're familiar with Manhattan's Pub and Cheer. And so then we can just come in the front door. So this is Pineapple Press and Design. You come in, I've got a coat rack immediately to your left as you walk in the door. You can take off your hats, your coats, whatever, set them up. And I'm sure I'll be in here to greet you, but just wanted to give you a quick, intro to the front of the store because it's new and it's not map friendly yet. So bear with me. So here's just a quick little tour of Pineapple Press and Design and what you can kind of expect as you go through the workshop. I'll point out some key things and I'll be, I'm sure, repeating them all day long when you're in the shop. So don't worry. It's just kind of familiarize yourself with it. So here's a little quick tour. So as you walk in the front door, you're gonna see massive amounts of stuff. Right now we're decorated for Christmas. These are cards that are my pre-made stuff you can purchase. It may or may not be in the same spot, but I'll always have them on hand. And then this is my press room, if you will. I have various kinds of presses that we'll be utilizing depending on the workshop you'll be in. This one is not operational yet, but hopefully soon. Even here is a press that we'll use. Presses everywhere, right? This one not yet usable, but we will soon. And then even a press here. And then if you notice, I've got these alleyways. These cabinets are full of type. These are all metal type. This blue one is the blue light special. So a lot of times I have things that I'm selling. So if you're interested in buying type and stuff, a lot of this stuff is kind of being still moved in and trying to figure out where I want to put it. These are all full of metal type. Metal type has been used for centuries. It's actually what Gutenberg invented. I am a typography nerd, so I like to collect all kinds of stuff. These are smaller 2/3 cabinets, but still full of metal type. And then this is what I'm lovingly calling my wood type island. So this you can see is wood type. These are things that I've recently purchased, so I'm going through and sorting and making sure I can get everything in. I have cuts out. Usually I'll have cuts out depending on whatever workshop we're gonna have. And then here's more wood type. Again, I am a nerd for this stuff, so I have over 500 cases, most of which is metal and wood type. This cabinet right here is my dingbat cabinet. If you're in a class where we're utilizing dingbats, we'll talk about those. And then this is a cabinet full of cuts and also random sorts. These cabinets right here, these are called galley cabinets or galley racks, and they have what's in them called galleys, which are just trays, which we'll be using some trays for your workshop. It helps sort, you can carry type around a lot easier. So you can see in my galley cabinets, I have all kinds of things set up in here. Sometimes I have stuff that I don't have in a cabinet, so that's type. And other times I have spacing material. All right, so that's kind of all the materials to build and print. This big giant workstation here, the flat files, this flat file is full of stuff I have for sale on my website. This cabinet down here has some paper in it that you guys can utilize if you want. This cabinet is usually specimens and things that I have printed. So this is your main working area. This is called reglet reglet. We'll talk about this a lot. All these are individual spaces for spacing out things. And again, a lot of this stuff I'm telling you, and I'll be repeating in the workshop, but it's just to give you a little familiar insight to things. These are called composing sticks, and these are used when you're composing type. And so depending on the workshop you're in, will depend on if you're using this or not. Metal type, we're using those. Wood type, we are not. So posters, no. But if we're doing greeting cards or journals, stuff like that, we might be using those. I have various rulers here of varying lengths. And then this is a furniture cabinet or rack. And all of these are pieces of wood. And furniture is used to lock up type on press so that they don't move around. And so this cabinet will be utilized a lot. It goes up from 10 picas all the way down to, I think, 160 picas down on the bottom. Picas are a measuring that we use in letterpress printing. And so it's a term that you'll probably become familiar with as we continue with the workshop. So let's see, to review, we have presses, we have type in cabinets, we have spacing material, we have galleys up in that corner right there. Focus, thank you. Galleys and a galley rack. It doesn't like my finger in front of the camera, so sorry. And our workstation. Now I do also have a restroom right here. I have some resource books if we need to bust out some resources like to identify typefaces or whatever, depending on how much you want to nerd out. And then right here, this table is one that I keep type materials off. So it is, I'm gonna air quote, a clean station, so you can, if you have a beverage, you can dump it here, you can have a seat here. If we're doing bookbinding, we'll do it up here at this table because it's a little cleaner. So again, this is just the shop. I hope you guys are gonna have a great time. I know you will. I usually will have a blast no matter what's happening. And yes, I have a lot of stuff, I know, and you're gonna be able to use some. So thank you so much for signing up for a workshop. Can't wait to see you.